everyone. Good evening. I'm here today to talk about something I'm very passionate about, the power of sport, and do medals matter to you? How many of you recall your reaction to the announcement of the 2010 Games coming to Vancouver? Well, I remember my reaction in 2003 when Vancouver was awarded the Games. I was in, it was called GM Place at the time, and can recall how the building absolutely erupted when IOC President Jacques Rogue made the announcement. I have to tell you though, my reaction went from pure joy to pure panic in about 15 seconds. All of a sudden, I realized the immense pressure Canada's athletes were going to be under to perform at a home games. As a country, we had the distinction of having hosted 2 previous games in '76 and in '88, and never winning a gold medal on our home soil. I remember thinking, even if we hosted the most fabulous games ever, we will have failed as a country if the home team did not excite the nation with podium performances. Well, how were we going to get that gold medal monkey off our back? I was involved in the early discussions of Own the Podium in 2005. The big debate was not around the actual medal predictions. It occurred on whether this target should be made public or not. And I can tell you, also we talked about what effect would that have on our athletes and the immense pressure they would be under. Well, how did you react to Own the Podium? When first announced, it was ridiculed in the media. How dare we be so arrogant? What was your reaction to this bold statement by Canada? Were you excited about the concept of owning the podium? Or were you a little embarrassed by the audacity of us stating this publicly? In the end, it was decided to go public, and we stated the goal that Canada would win 35 medals. That was the prediction it would take to finish first at home. Does anyone remember how many medals Canada won? Anyone? Anyone? No? Well, I know. We won 26 medals, and none more important than the last one. Who can forget the golden goal by Sid the Kid? Okay, broke the record for the most gold medals, 14 ever, in the history of the Winter Games. In the end, the US finished first with 37 medals, 9 gold, followed closely by Germany with 30 medals, 10 gold, and Canada finished third with 26 medals, but 14 precious gold medals. So yes, we were on the podium. Owned the gold medal podium. So my organization, Canadian Sports Centre Pacific, our mandate is to help Canada win medals. Think of us as the pit crew, the team behind the team. Pre-games, our team was preoccupied, with all the science and what's it going to take for that extra inch to get that medal, and making sure our athletes were prepared to perform on demand on the day that it mattered the most. But upon reflection of the games, I was asked, wow, Wendy, what was your favorite performance? And I think, I thought, you know what? When I think about it, I can't actually recall one performance that really stood out for me. What stood out for me was the fact that these performances did something much bigger. They changed our nation forever. All of a sudden, it felt good to be Canadian. Everyone was wearing the red and white. The city of Vancouver was a sea of this red and white. The pride was obvious. We can compete with the world and be the best. The city, people from all cultures and backgrounds came together in the communities to watch Canada perform at home. Athletes inspire everyday people. While not everyone's on the fast track to the Olympics, we sure felt great pride watching our athletes compete for Canada. John Furlong had a quote at the closing ceremonies that really resonated with me. He said, "Take a moment to reflect on the Canada that was and the Canada that now is." The experience of the Games changed Canada forever, and I believe for the better. Sport is a difference maker for a number of critical social issues. It's an investment, not an expense. It's no secret that right now, here in Canada, 26% of our children are either overweight or obese. For the first time in history, this generation of children has a life expectancy that is shorter than that of their parents. This is a crisis, one that cannot be ignored. Health and wellness advocates are encouraging kids to get 30 to 60 minutes of daily activity in. Since the Games, enrollment in winter sport has increased significantly right across the board. Canada's 14 gold medals can be easily correlated. However, if we had won 26 silver or maybe bronze medals and 0 gold, I'm not sure we could make the same claim. It's a proven fact that athletes inspire people to participate in sport, though this is only the case when it comes to athletes that truly dominate their field, like our 2 hockey teams, led by Crosby and Wickenheiser, like Mail Ricker, like John Montgomery. Who could forget Alex Bilodeau winning that first gold medal for Canada? All of us got to belt out our national anthem 14 times. How many of you sang that anthem? I know I sang it all 14 times proudly. But it's the shine and the glow off the medals that's very powerful. Medals galvanize our communities. Our athletes need support to help them reach that podium, which ends up inspiring the next generation to strive to be the best that they can be in whatever field they're passionate about. When it comes to inspiring people to act, and when it comes to bringing a nation together to rally behind, Canada needs world beaters. We learned through Vancouver 2010 that it's okay to win. It's okay to want to be the best. And look what it did for us. We are forever changed. Sport is just one vehicle through which we can pursue excellence in our lives. So in the end, it's not about winning the actual medal. It's about the shine and the glow off that medal and how it impacts and inspires Canadians to dream big and be the best we can be. And each of us can and will make a difference in our society. So I hope after hearing this, you're in agreement with me that medals do matter. Thank you.